folks, thanks for joining me for today's practice. I guess we could call it a mid-form practice, not a full-length practice, not a really short practice, long enough to really sink a little bit more deeply into the sense of presence that the asana and pranayama, the body and breath focus, can provide, but not requiring a huge amount of time out of your day. So again, we do need to set aside time for our practice sometimes, but also amidst the challenges of life, sometimes we need to know how to fit our practice in around the requirements of our day-to-day life. So as always, if you haven't done so and you enjoy the practices, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell so I can continue to share with you. As always, if you have questions about the practice, any of the postures or something we've done, please let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to help you out in any way that I can. If there's anything you'd like me to work on in a future video, let me know and I'll add that to the list as well. And of course, finally, if you would like to support me in sharing these practices, there's a PayPal link in the description. If that's not appropriate for any reason, then that's fine. The most important thing is that these wonderful tools of yoga are accessible to everyone. So, with that all being said, we're going to start standing up today. Just a really simple movement to start to warm up the body and get the spine moving. Start with your feet comfortably apart. And then I want you to interlace your fingers. And with the fingers interlaced, press your palms up past your head. So to begin with, I just want you to take a little side stretch over to the right, and you'll feel the left side stretch. And try to press out through the left hand. Then bring your body back up to the center, reach up high, and as you exhale, go the other way. So you're reaching out through the right palm and pressing down through the right heel. And after you exhale there, bring the body gently back up, reach up high to the hands. And now keeping the hands reaching up high, I want you to just start to circle the hips. And you should feel that there's a little bit of a side stretch there as you move around the circle. There's a little stretch for the front of the hips and also just a really gentle strengthening for the lower back. Try and keep the circles nice and smooth. As you get more comfortable, you can make them a little bit bigger. And I want you now just to stop and pause and go back the other way. So we don't really think about the arms circling, although they naturally will to balance the body, but just think of moving the hips in circles over the feet. And feel the weight fairly steady on the feet the whole time. And once you breathe out one more time, just come back to the center. Then reach the arms up high once more, and I want you to lift up onto your toes and really see how long you can make the sides of your body. And then lower your hands, lower your feet, give your shoulders a little shake, give your hands a little shake, and then step to the front of your mat. Start with your feet together, hands on the thighs. Gently breathe out all the way and soften the shoulders and face. And of course, breathing steadily through the nose. Reach the arms up high, take a smooth breath in. And then folding forward, bring the hands to the shins or to the mat and breathe out. Lift your collarbones, lengthen the front of the body as you breathe in. And taking hands to the mat, make your way back into downward facing dog. From down dog, move forward into plank or stay and rest if you'd prefer. And lower to the knees perhaps and take a cat stretch, or lower to the stomach and breathe out. Lift the chest and hands or take your version of up dog. Take a breath in there. And then press back and breathe out in downward facing dog. Take a calm breath in down dog and see if you can relax the shoulders away from the ears. As you breathe in, raise the heels and look forwards and walk, step or float the feet to the hands and breathe out. Then press your hips forwards, stand up, reach the arms high and breathe in. And second cycle, Gently fold forward and breathe out. Lift the collarbones, take a smooth breath in, and step your left foot lightly back to a lunge. Stand in the lunge, reach your arms up high, and keeping the arms raised, sink into the hips and breathe out. Take another breath in, pull the elbows and shoulders back, arch a little more, maybe look up. Then bring your hands to the mat and gently fold over the right leg as you breathe out. Then bend the right knee, take a smooth breath in, and picking up the right foot, step it back to down face dog. Stay and rest. Remember, you can take child's pose if you'd prefer, or move forward into plank as you breathe in, and with control lower to knees or stomach. Remembering you can lower to the stomach with the knees. Lift the chest and hands and breathe in, or maybe up dog, and then press smoothly back into down dog and breathe out. Take a calm breath in down dog. Try to lengthen from hands to hips and then from hips down to heels. Then raise your heels, look forwards and breathe in. And walk, step or float, feet to the hands and breathe out. Then with hands to mat or shins, arch the spine, take a breath in. Bring the hands down, step the right foot back to the lunge and exhale. Then stand once more in your lunge, lengthen up to the fingertips. And as you breathe out, sink into the hips without bending the back knee. Take another breath in, reach out through the back heel, reach up and back into the hands. And then hands to the mat and fold over the left leg as you breathe out. Now bend your left knee, take a calm breath in, and picking up your foot, step back into downward facing dog. Stay there and rest or move forward to plank. Smoothly lower down and breathe out. Take your version of up dog, whatever feels appropriate. And then make your way back into down dog and exhale. Again, take a steady breath in down dog. Try to let the head drop down and relax the back of the neck. Then raise your heels, look forwards and inhale. Bring the feet lightly to the hands and breathe out. Press the hips forward, backs of hands together. Reach the arms high as you breathe in. And gently lower the hands down and exhale. Now bend your knees. Move through Utkatasana as you take a breath in. And then fold forward, hands to shins or mat and breathe out. Lift the collarbones, arch the spine as you inhale. And with hands to the mat, make your way back into downward facing dog. From down dog, reach the right leg up and back. Stretch out to the toes. Holding there, press the left heel down as you breathe out. See if you can reach out a little bit more through the right leg. Maybe raise it without turning the hips. And then step the right foot silently forward between the hands. The hover at the end is the most important bit. Stand up in your lunge. Reach to the fingertips as you breathe in. Then spin the back heel down. Open out into warrior two. Take another calm breath in here. Reach out through the fingers. And then cartwheel the arms forwards and stretch over the right leg. Bend the right knee, take a breath in. And see if you can pick up the foot and step it lightly back to down face dog. Stay and rest or move forward into plank. Smoothly and calmly lower down, maybe just to knees or to the stomach. Lift the chest and hands or take your version of up dog. And then press smoothly back. Try to pick up the hips and chest at the same time. Breathe out in down dog. Again, take a breath there. Soften the shoulders, relax the face. Now reach the left leg up and back. Stretch out through the toes. And holding there, gently exhale. Take another breath in. Press the right heel down, the calf back, maybe the left leg higher. And then step the left foot forward between the hands. Place it silently. Stand up in your lunge. Reach to the fingers as you breathe in. Then spin the back heel down and once more open out into Warrior Two. Keep the shoulders relaxed, the face relaxed. Take one more breath in here. Body upright over the hips. Then cartwheel the arms forward, spin the back foot and stretch over the left leg. Bend your left knee, take a calm breath in. Then pick up the foot and step it back to down face dog. Try not to scrape the mat. Stay and rest or move forward into plank. With control, lower down. Don't collapse through the last little bit. Then lift the chest and hands or take your up dog, whatever feels appropriate. And make your way back into down dog and exhale. Hold down dog for a breath or two. And again, just let the back of the neck relax, move the shoulders wide. Then raise your heels, look forwards and breathe in. And walk, step or float the feet to the hands. Bend your knees, come back into Utkatasana. Reach the arms up high as you breathe in. And I want you to sink a bit deeper into the hips by pressing the knees forward and dropping the tailbone down. On your next in-breath, straighten the legs, lift up onto the toes. Then lower your heels, lower your hands and breathe out. And step your left leg back into Trikonasana. Keep the body in one plane with the feet. Remember that if that means right hand to the inner knee or calf, that's fine. Look up if you feel comfortable or down if you prefer. Bring the left hand to bind if you can. Pull the left shoulder back. Pull the front ribs in. And just take one more smooth breath here. And after you exhale, release the left arm high if it's bound. Turn the body to face forward. And sink the left knee gently down. Bring the body up and take a twist to the right. And either stay in that simple twist or move into Parivrita Pajvakonasana. Take one more breath in here. Wherever you are, just see if you can turn the shoulders a little further. Then releasing, take the hands to the mat as you breathe in. And gently lower the left knee down. Either bring the body upright, hands on the right knee, or see if you can bring left heel to buttock. If you're in that second position, pull the shoulders gently back. Take one more smooth breath here. And after you breathe out, release the left foot. Reach the arms high, take a smooth breath in, raise the back knee. Then taking your right hand to your right calf, your left fingers forward, slide the back foot in and fold over the right leg, or if you're comfortable, reach the left leg up. Focus on the forward bend over the right leg and make sure your left knee is straight. Take one more breath here. And after you breathe out, bring the left foot to meet the right. And stand all the way up. Reach the arms high, stretch up and back if that's okay. Lower the hands down, breathe out, and step your right foot back into Trikonasana. So again, most importantly, we stay attentive to the alignment of the body. We're not Sticking our bum out in order to get the left hand lower. Remember, you can look up if you'd like. Try not to hang the head, so the neck should stay roughly in line with the rest of the upper spine. Either stay there or again, of course, bind the right hand to the inner left thigh or just to some clothing. Keep the front leg straight and unlocked. And take one more steady breath here. And after breathing out, release the hands down, release the back knee down. And bringing your body up, take a little twist to the left. So this simple twist is really effective, and it's a good place to stay if you're unsure, just with the spine in line with the back thigh. But if you did first side raise the back knee, and move into Parivrita Parsvakonasana, just keeping it nice and simple, palms to chest. Try to keep the head centered in line with the hips. Remember, if you can't smile, you're doing too much. Exhale one more time here. And after you breathe out, lower the right knee down. And then either stay with hands on the left knee or bring right heel to buttock. So it's a lovely way to stretch the front of the thigh and hip. It is important we try to keep a sense of leaning back away from the left thigh here. Just one more smooth breath. Wherever you are, see if you can relax a little bit more, maybe going a little deeper. And after you breathe out, release the right foot. Raise the back knee. And then bring the left hand to the calf, the right fingertips just a little out to the side of the foot. And with the body on the left thigh, lean forward. Either keep the right leg just lightly down or raise it high. So it's really just a forward bend over the left leg, the right leg raised just makes it look fancy. Try to keep the back knee strong and straight. Just one more smooth breath here. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe soften the left leg and go a little further. And bring the right foot to the left. Take a breath in. And gently breathe out as you stand. Reach to the fingers. And lower the arms gently down. Now step your left foot back. Take the Gajasthana position with your feet turned out and the hips and knees level with each other. Take your arms up high past your head. Try to pull the knees gently back. And then take right elbow to the knee and left arm over the head. See if you can find a little left side stretch. Then bring the body back up. Press through the feet. Reach to the hands. Now take left elbow lightly onto the knee, so we're not leaning on the elbow, and reach over to the right fingers. And once more, bring the body back up. Lengthen into the hands. Then take the backs of the hands to the inner knees and see if you can press them a little bit wider. Take another breath. Try and sink a little bit deeper. And then hands to the mat and spin the heels wide so the feet are parallel. Look forwards and take a breath in. And either stay here, particularly if you're already finding this is a strong stretch, or if you're really comfy, let the body fold forward. Try to bring the hands in line with the feet, and maybe the top of the head to the floor. If you're comfy there, take the hands to interlace behind the back and add a little shoulder stretch. Keep the face relaxed. And just take one more breath here. After you exhale, release the hands back under the shoulders. Lift the collarbones and breathe in. And bring the chin into the throat and exhale. With the right hand to the floor under your face, take your left hand onto your hip and take a little twist to the left just for a couple of breaths. Try to keep the head centered as you turn the shoulders. After one more breath, release and swap to the second side. So left hand goes down where the right is. The right hand should feel like it's actively pressing down to keep the hips level. And then at the same time, the left hand is pressing down to turn the shoulders further. Take one more breath here. And after you exhale, bring the right hand back down. Lift the collarbones, arch the spine as you breathe in. Then bring the chin to the throat and breathe out. Turn your feet out to about 45 degrees, I should say. Lean a little to the left and just see if you can find a bit of a stretch for the inner right thigh. So we're trying to bring the left shoulder to inner left knee. And after another breath or two there, it's like a one-legged side split. Come back to the center. And as you exhale, go the other way. So we're bringing right shoulder towards inner right knee. One more breath here. Try and lengthen the inner left leg. And after you breathe out, come back to the center. Look forwards, arch the spine and breathe in. Bring the chin in round the back and breathe out. Then lean into your hands, lift to the tiptoes, and float the feet together. Stand all the way up. Reach to the fingertips, maybe arching, maybe just straight up. And lower the hands. Exhale, and make your way back to the front of your mat. With the backs of the hands together, reach the arms high as you breathe in. Fold forward, hands to shins or mat, and breathe out. Lift the collarbones, arch the spine as you inhale. And with hands to the mat, make your way lightly back into downward facing dog. Stay and rest or move forward as you breathe in. And smoothly lower down and exhale. Lift the chest and hands and stay there or take up dog. And then make your way into down dog and breathe out. Now take the right leg up and back, reach out through the toes. As you exhale, bend the right knee and turn out to the right side. Take one more breath in here, pressing into the left heel and both hands. And only if you feel comfortable, gently pivot on the left toes. As the right leg comes down, the right arm goes forward. And see if you can lengthen from the left foot to the right hand. Take one more breath. And then from wherever you are, roll back over, nice and smoothly. Reach the right leg high and lower it down as you breathe out. And now on the second side, reach the left leg up and back as you breathe in. Then bend the left knee and turn out to the side as you exhale. Try to keep the right heel down, pressure evenly in both hands if you're staying here. If you did first side, pivot on the right toes. Gently bring the left leg down as the left arm goes up. And lengthen from right foot to left hand. Exhale one more time here, wherever you may be. And then as you breathe in, roll smoothly back over. Stretch out through the left toes. And gently come back into downward facing dog. Now lower simultaneously onto your elbows. If you need to, you can drop to the knees, but try and keep pressing the hips up and back. Those who want to go further, walk the feet in.
Maybe raise one leg if you'd like and really reach out through the toes. Take one more breath here. And then gently lower down. Now raise the right leg as you breathe in. Reach out through the toe as you breathe out. One more breath. And then gently lower the right leg as you exhale. Take a smooth breath in and simultaneously straighten the arms as you breathe out. Move forward to plank with the feet together. And then roll the feet over so you're on the outer edge of the right foot, but weight still in both hands. Come back to the center and breathe in. Now roll to the outer edge of the left foot as you breathe out. Come back to the center and inhale. Then press back into downward facing dog. Raise the heels, look forwards and breathe in. And walk, step or float to the front of the mat. Stand all the way up. Reach to the fingers as you inhale. And gently lower the hands down. And just finishing standing with a little balance, asana into Vinyasa. So gripping the right toes down, take left leg over right. See if you can hook the toes under the calf. Then reach your arms out wide and take the right arm over the left. Either give yourself a hug, just lifting the elbows, or bring left fingers to right palm. Keep a steady gaze. Just one more breath here. And then after you exhale, unravel arms and legs and bring the left foot either to right calf or inner right thigh, but just not against your knee. Take the arms wide with the palms facing up. Keep the shoulders moving wide as you reach the arms high. And as you breathe out, bring them down in front of the heart. One more breath. Lift up through the collarbones. Lower the hands and the foot. And swap to the second side. So gripping your left toes down, take the right leg over the left. Maybe just cross the thighs, but ideally hook the toes under the left calf. Then sweep the arms out wide for a moment, and then bring left arm over right. Either again, just give yourself a hug, or bring right fingers to left palm. See if you can drop the hips a little bit lower perhaps. And keep the thumbs pointing straight up. One more breath here. Try and take the elbows away from the body. And then unraveling arms and legs, bring the right foot to left calf or left inner thigh. Sweep the arms wide, then up. Take a smooth breath in. And then bring the hands to the heart. Lift the collarbones, pull the right knee back. Last breath here. Lift through the crown. And release the hands and the right foot. And with your feet hip width apart, just sink down into a squat. So a nice simple squat to begin with. You might like to lean a little further forward and bring the body a bit further forward between the knees. If you're comfy, take the arms around the shins for a few breaths and see if you can hold the heels from behind. Either choose to stay here, which might be plenty. If you're really comfy, you can maybe bring the feet together now. Those who want to can move into Bakkasana with the option of a 3-point headstand. So taking a little Bakkasana perhaps. If you're comfy, slowly lowering onto the head. Raise the feet for a breath or two. And then gently
come back into Bakasana. Remember the tricky bit's getting back into Bakasana without the feet collapsing down. So we take the head forward to counterbalance the weight of the hips.
And wherever you are, now just lower down, stretch the legs out in front. And we all might take a little wrist stretch, particularly nice for those who've been in Bakasana or 3-point, but also nice for everyone else. So interlace your fingers and just make figure 8s with your wrists. Many years of mountain biking and skateboarding and other things haven't been kind to my wrists, so I think it's important to look after them. Maybe you're more fortunate than me. Now, I just want you to take your hands to cup and make little circles with the wrists. So we're looping the hands, trying to keep the wrists connected the whole time. And then go back the other way. And then gently release the hands, keeping your left leg stretched out. Bend the right leg out to the side and we'll make our way into Janushirasana. So remember here, it's okay to bring the heel into the groin if you have strong knees, but if you have any knee issues, better to have the foot a bit further forward around the left knee. To begin, reach up into the fingers and inhale. And then slowly start to fold forward. And I encourage you not to try and go to your maximum stretch straight away, but maybe to pause about halfway forward. Give the hips a little rock side to side and try and tilt the sit bones back. Then keeping the belly soft and the breath calm, start to let the body soften further. Try to keep a sense of the collarbones and the crown of the head moving forward. And as always in seated postures, try to keep your eyes closed to help direct your attention within. And just take one more breath here. After you breathe out, gently sit back up. Reach your arms up high and inhale. Then take your right hand outside the left knee, left hand behind you, and turn your upper body to the left. You can just stay upright with right hand outside left knee and left hand behind you, or you can move into Ardha Matsyendrasana 2 with left hand to inner right thigh and right hand to outer left heel. If you're taking that variation, it's like you're trying to sit back up, but the hands are keeping the body just a little forward, but it's not a forward bending posture, still a twist. Take one more breath. As you exhale, gently turn a bit further. Then unravel head first, then the rest of the spine. Reach the arms high as you breathe in. And then gently lower the hands down, stretch the right leg out. And placing either the hands or the fists next to the hips, either just take Dandasana, a sense of the shoulders rolled back and the hips a little bit light, or if you're comfy, press down, pick up the hips, and maybe slide the hips back for another breath. And then gently lower down, and with the right leg stretched out, take Janushirasana on the second side. So once the legs are in position, whatever that may be, again, do the same on both sides. Reach the arms up high. Bring the body halfway forward first, whatever that may be for you. Then rock a little side to side, free up the sit bones from the glutes, or vice versa. And then with the belly soft and the breath calm, start to let the body move forward. By now you should be working to slow your breath right down.
Remember, the more relaxed your breathing is, the more relaxed your body will be. Keep the shoulders and face relaxed. Just a last breath or two here. After your next out breath, sit back up.
Reach the arms up high. And as you breathe out, turn to the right. So left hand outside the right knee, right hand just behind you. Keep the spine nice and upright as you turn to look over the right shoulder. And again, it's absolutely fine to stay there. But if you're really comfy, take the right hand around to hold the inner left thigh and take the left hand forward to hold the outer right heel. Whichever option you've chosen, try to keep a sense of the crown of the head and the tailbone moving in opposite directions. Turn into the space left by the breath. And after you breathe out one more time, unravel head first, then the body. Reach the arms up high, lengthen into your fingertips. And then lower the hands down. Stretch your left leg out in front. Take your hands back behind you and now moving into Pavottanasana. So remember, the simplest option here, just roll the shoulders down and back, lift the collarbones up and focus on the shoulder stretch. But ideally, bent knees if you need, but if you can, straight legs. Press the hips up and forward and lift the collarbones at the same time. Remember to look forward unless your neck is really strong, in which case you can look up at the sky. And just take one more breath. Make sure the elbows are unlocked. And then lower the hips gently down to the mat. And hug the knees into the body. Lean back and find your balance point. And once you've done that, close your eyes. Keep your shoulders down, the collarbones lifted. Just take one more breath here. And then after you breathe out, just turn sideways along your mat. Turn to the front, turn onto the front of your mat. With the right leg in front, like a cross-legged position, take your left leg back and stretch it out behind you. Try to get the hips level if you can, or as close to level as you can get them. Back toes tucked under is just a little bit more fun for the left thigh. Stay upright for a few breaths. And then if you feel comfortable to do so, just start to bring the body gently forward over the right shin. Try not to fall asleep. Just take one more breath here. And after you breathe out, bring the body back up once more. So see if you can lift up a little bit higher this time. Try to roll the front of the left hip forwards a little bit. And only if you feel quite comfortable there, see if you can reach the arms up high. Maybe interlacing.
Just one more smooth breath. And after you breathe out, bring the hands down, lean to your right, swing the left leg around. Come to cross-legged with the left leg in front. You might like to lift the hips up for a moment. You might not like to, but you might do it anyway. And lower down. Now with the left leg out in front, swing the right leg back. And just try and keep your right foot and knee in line with the hip. So we're not taking the right leg out to the edge of the mat. It's staying more or less in line with the right hip bone. Take your upright position for a few breaths. Now remember, if this is really strong for you, you can put a block or a bolster or something underneath your left hip, a folded towel or blanket. And if you're really struggling to get the right thigh down, the top of the right thigh down or the right hip forward, maybe you're better off to stay in this upright position. But if you're really comfy, start to bring the body slowly forward. The two sides probably don't feel the same, usually one side much tighter than the other. Just hang out here for another couple of breaths. Try to let the outer left hip relax. After breathing out one more time, gently bring the body back up. And see if you can lift just a little bit higher than what you did before. So we're focusing now on lengthening through the front right side of the body. And again, stay there if it's strong. Otherwise, if you're really comfy, you can raise the arms up, maybe interlacing fingers. Much stronger on the back muscles. Just one more breath here. And lower the hands down. Lean to the left, swing the right leg around. Come to cross-legged, maybe just press into the hands, but if you'd like, press into the hands, lift the hips up. We won't lift the feet today. And then lower the body all the way down. Then come to lying down on your mat. And with your feet hip width apart, lift the hips up, take first bridge position. So hands either next to you or arms up past the head or arms up to the sky here. Make sure the shoulders are away from the ears. Those who are comfy move into second bridge with the hands interlaced and just bring the shoulder blades a little closer together. So we're stretching through the shoulders, the upper back and the back of the neck. Either stay there or move into third bridge with the heels of the hands either side of the sacrum. And either stay there or only if you're comfortable to do so, taking one full back arch, Urdhva Dhanurasana, the upturned bow. And try to find a sense of length in the front of the body here. And just take one more breath. And then calmly lower down. And once you've lowered down, give the wrists a bit of a stretch, so we're making a gentle fist and then rolling the shoulders in. Then take your hands onto your knees, but keep the knees forward, so they're sort of over your hips. Just let the spine be fairly neutral here. With the knees over the hips, start to give them a little circle. So you feel the sacrum rolling around in circles on the mat. Now circle the other way. Now slowly bring the knees in towards the chest. Once you've got the knees hugging as comfortably tight as you'd like, rock a little side to side. And then if it feels okay, lift the head and shoulders off the mat. Turn to the right as you breathe in. And exhale back to the center. Now turn to the left as you breathe in. And then exhale back to the center. Sit up a little higher perhaps. Take one more breath. And then lie down. Stretch out through the whole body into fingers and toes. And then separating your feet a good hip width apart. Make your way into Shavasana with hands down by your sides. Take a moment to get the body comfortable. And close your eyes. And focus into the center of the chest. Resisting the urge to move the body, breathe out all the way. And with an 8-second rhythm, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in and do 3 more breaths like that yourself. Steady in and out breath, balancing their length and intensity. Each time you exhale, see if there's somewhere in the body you can relax a little bit more. Try to keep the intensity of the breath the same from beginning through middle to the very end. And once you've finished your 3 Ujjayi breaths, just come back to relaxed abdominal breathing. Keep your focus in the heart space. As the breath naturally starts to become quieter, allow the mind also to become clearer. All other thoughts just passing through your awareness. Always come back just to observing your breath. Stop focusing on movement and see if you can recognize the stillness from which the movement arises and into which it returns. Look within to find the changeless amongst the changing.
Just rest there for a last minute or two. Body, breath and mind returning to effortless stillness. Keeping the body still, start to gently lengthen and deepen your breath. And then start to slowly move your fingers and toes as you reconnect with the physical body, with that sense of outward movement. When you're ready, stretch your arms over your head, lengthening from toe tips to fingertips. Then roll to your right side and rest there for a few breaths with your head on the outstretched arm. From there, gently make your way back to a comfortable seated position. And just sit with your eyes closed. Breath quiet, the mind calm. Just acknowledge how you are after the practice in body, mind and heart. See if you can stay connected to the inner stillness once you leave your practice space. And bringing your palms together in front of the heart. We'll close our practice with the Devi Maha mantra and one Om. If you don't know the mantra, you can just listen. Gently breathing in. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvata Shadike Sharanye Triambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. As you breathe in, reach your arms over your head, lengthening all the way to the fingertips. And as you exhale, bring the hands to the crown center, the brow center, the throat center, and the heart. And with awareness in the heart space, gently release your spine forward. And then sit gently back up. Namaste. Thank you as always for sharing the practice with me and allowing me to share it with you. And as I mentioned, any questions, just pop them in the comments and I'll get back to you. I'd love to hear from you. Have a wonderful day or evening, whatever comes next, and I look forward to sharing with you again soon. See you next time.